Alright guys, Raw Rustler here, and this is going to be my WWE Beast in the East live in Tokyo show review. I have to apologise for not uploading a predictions video. However, before the show started, I did quick predictions in my mind of who I thought was going to win each individual match, and I'll get to them when I talk about the matches. So, overall, I did know that there were going to be two matches, and they were Brock Lesnar and Kofi, and Owens and Balor. But I didn't know any of the other matches on the show, and I wasn't too surprised, except for one, to be honest. So then we just get right into it. Whoops, pen. I got a drink there in case I die. Okay, alright. So the opening match was Chris Jericho versus Neville, and this was a perfect way to open the show. Neville and Jericho put on a fantastic match. I really enjoyed it. I think that both men put on a wonderful show. I think that Neville shows why he's one of the best guys that WWE have at the moment, and Jericho shows that he can still go, and I'm loving that about Jericho. Jericho doesn't put Neville over like I think he should, even though I did predict Jericho would win because he's in his hometown, and, well, not in his hometown, sorry. He's in a place that, you know, he's been before, and he's very popular in Japan, and I definitely thought that Jericho would get the win because of that. But even though Neville, of course, has also competed in Japan, and that could have factored into it, but I still thought that Jericho was going to win, and in the end, I was absolutely correct. Chris Jericho wins with the Lion Tamer in what was a very entertaining matchup. I gave it 3 3/4 stars. I think that they did a very good job of putting over Neville and Jericho in a match that, you know, I gave it 3 3/4 stars. It was a really good match. Ah, that's good. Alright. Okay, so the second match, so that puts me 1-0 my predictions. So the second match on the card was a Divas title match, and I was actually quite excited for that. I thought that, you know, they might change the belt possibly, but then they put this idea on where Nikki's like, Nikki wants to have a 300-day reign or something like that. And I was just like, Nikki's not going to lose the belt ever again, and it's going to make me sad. But the match was between Nikki Bella, Paige, and Tamina, so it's nice to see a different competitor in there, but I knew that Tamina was just there to get pinned, and that's slightly annoying because Tamina's a lot better than... She's definitely underused, absolutely. But overall, I thought the Divas put on a decent job. There's nothing too much to talk about. It's very samey, these triple threat matches the Divas are putting on now. I gave it 2 stars. Nikki wins with an elbow instead of the rack attack, probably because she couldn't pick up Tamina. But 2 stars, it's a decent match. I mean, it's nothing too special, and it's not really like easy to recommend, but I'll recommend watching the whole show because it was still pretty good. Okay, so the third match was Brock Lesnar versus Kingston, and this is the one that I was the most sure of. That puts me 2-0 my predictions, by the way, because I predicted Nikki. Brock Lesnar versus Kingston, I was absolutely sure that there was no chance Kofi Kingston was going to win, and Kofi Kingston didn't win, so Brock Lesnar won. Brock Lesnar basically hit 2 German suplexes and an F5. I thought that would give, you know, Kingston some, like, he used some kicks, and that was it, basically. He got caught in 2 German suplexes and then got F5'd. That's fine for me, because I think that's how this match needed to go. You know, Brock Lesnar needed to dominate someone like Kofi Kingston, who, you know, Kofi Kingston, 4-time Intercontinental Champion, 3-time US Champion, like 6-time Tag Champion. But this is Brock Lesnar we're talking about. So, and he needed to destroy him. And he did. And then the New Day members came out, and Brock took them all out, and Brock looks like an absolute beast. And I'm excited to see what they do at Battleground with Lesnar and Rollins. I gave the match 3 stars. I really do think that it was entertaining. And even though it was exactly what it should have been, it was still fine and really good. Okay, so the fourth match is the match that should have been the main event. NXT title, Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens. Balor and Owens were great. Like, there's no way I can understate how good this match was. Balor and Owens put on probably the top 3, one of the top 3 matches this year. It really just compete with Rollins and Ambrose, I think. It was so good. The story they told, the emotion, even the pre-bit with Kevin Owens batting away the flowers, the bit after it with the non-handshake, that was all awesome. And I think Kevin Owens' character in the match, or his ring psychology over Finn Balor, was so entertaining to watch. And Balor, on the flip side, was also brilliant. He looked awesome in his, like, he looked a little bit different in his paint, but it was still awesome. Balor came out of the blocks very quick, hitting a lot of drop kicks. He does the one into the barricade, which I always think is impressive. I love how Finn Balor just goes absolutely crazy, and with someone like Owens who just says, fine, you can do what you want, it's so entertaining to watch. In the end, Balor did have to hit 2 coup de grace to win, but in the end, my prediction, I'm 4-0. Finn Balor wins the NXT title, and the reign of Kevin Owens is over, and I don't really know what to make of that. I mean, I knew Finn Balor was going to win, I think, because I think Kevin Owens might be given the US title, which is insane. But I don't know if it should have ended this quickly, because they built him up as an absolute monster, and not to have him cut down a bit. Maybe he's going to lose to Cena. He better not. But anyway, the match was great. It really was. I gave it 4.5 stars. It was an insane match. Check it out. Check out the show, because it was a good show, but check out that match specifically. And the main event of the show, which looks very put together, like last minute, was just like they picked 4 guys from the back and put them in the main event with Cena. Or 3 guys and Cena. So it was John Cena and Dolph Ziggler. I love Dolph Ziggler. He didn't come out with Lana though. That would have been so much better. Like, I love Dolph Ziggler and I love Lana. So that would have been insane. Lana looks so hot with the hair down. She looks so great. Oh god. Seriously. Like, so it was, off topic a little bit, it was John Cena and Dolph Ziggler taking on Bad News Barrett, so King Barrett, I still call him Bad News Barrett, and Kane. That team just looks put together last minute, doesn't it? I mean, Barrett and Kane have 0 chance of winning the match, and I predicted John Cena and Ziggler would win, and they did. In a match that was just about TV quality, maybe a bit higher. I gave it 2.5 stars though, and that means I got my prediction right though, so that's 5-0 on my predictions. So, overall, I think that the show's opener was great, really was. The Divas match wasn't too great, it was decent. The Brock Lesnar match was exactly what it needed to be. Owens and Balor was awesome, and Cena, the tag match was a little bit like, oh, it's okay, it was fine. So, but overall, I would say it was a good event. I think it was a good show. I'd probably give it about a 7 out of 10. And it's recommendable because of Balor Owens, and I just want to see where they go with that on NXT. And I also want to see how Owens reacts on Raw on Monday, because that's going to be very interesting, because Owens has lost 3 times in something like 2 weeks. So, something like 3 weeks, I think. So that's going to be very demoralising. But that was what I thought of the Beast in the East. I do have to say that I will be doing a pretty small video game pickups video where I'll just highlight like 2 games that I've bought for the June. Basically, the 2 big releases in June I picked up and played, and I've also pre-ordered the game, which I'll talk about in that video as well. And also, I want to talk about some of the games I'm actually looking at getting later on in the year. Stuff like Fallout 4, Metal Gear Solid, Rainbow Six Siege, Star Wars Battlefront, Mad Max, WWE, Just Cause 3, stuff like that. And I'm excited to do that. I've got a lot to talk about those games. And I guess thanks for watching, guys. This has been my WWE Beast in the East live in Tokyo show review.